Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport live watch along of Mark Selby versus Shaun Murphy of the 2021 final. So we're just waiting for the both players to come out. This is the third session out of the 4 sessions planned for the final. Of course, it's the first to get to 18 frames, and whoever gets there will, of course, become the world champion for the next 12 months. So anyway, thanks for joining us this afternoon. We didn't actually plan to do a snooker watch along for the third session, but because it's a bank holiday Monday, I'm not working today. It's raining outside. It looks like it's going to be grim all day here in the UK, northwest of England I'm based. And to tell you the truth, there's nothing else to do. So I thought I'll do a watch along today, this afternoon. We'll also be doing tonight as well, which was already planned with me and Seb. So we're just waiting for the players to come out. And of course, let's not forget that Mark Selby is leading this match by 10 frames to 7. So he needs 8 more frames, while Murphy, of course, needs 11. But it was, it all started off, the first session started off really well for Murphy yesterday. He was 5-3 up after the opening session, and he was playing very well. But last night, Selby did well in his recovery. And I think we noticed with Selby that he was making sure that Murphy was playing his game, which was playing the long frames and frustrating him. And it worked out for Selby. And I take my hat off to Selby, even though it's not a style of play I like to watch. It was clearly the way to go. And it's worked out for him so far in this final. I always say, whatever it takes sometimes to win that trophy. And Selby, I think, is a good example for that. He's won it 3 times before, and I believe he can win it today. But I think Murphy can do it as well. But Murphy needs to start off well, otherwise this final could go towards one player before we even reach this evening's session. And we've seen that over the years, where we have seen some of the finals pretty much decided before the 4th and final session, where you see the leader just being 2 or 3 frames away and have a good lead over their opponent. I think it was Ronnie O'Sullivan that was, I think he was 8 frames ahead of Kyle Wilson before last year's final session come the evening. So yeah, it's looking good. For anyone who is wondering where the live link is to the actual match, it's in the description below. So you'll see the live link. But we also have a donation page via PayPal. So if you would like to see this channel do more watch-alongs, we really do rely on your donations. It's just any donation will do, even if it's 10p. We really appreciate your support. Just simply click on the paypal.me link, and any donation you send there will go towards Let's Talk Sport, and we will use that to obviously keep the channel going in the future for our live stream watch-alongs. Do of course get in touch on the live chat page if you haven't already. We'll read out some of your comments throughout this stream. As I said, we're just playing the waiting game now as the players are ready to come out into the crucible to start off the final day of the 2021 Betfred World Snooker Championship. And let us know as well, who do you think is going to win? Can Murphy stop Selby, despite the fact that he is 3 frames behind and Selby is a lot closer to that world title? And let's not forget, Shaun Murphy last won a world championship 16 years ago, so it's been a long overdue world championship for him to win it a second time, while Selby, it's only been 4 years. But a lot of people were wondering if Selby would ever make the final again, which I found that hard to really believe that people would even discuss that. He's won 3 world championships way less than 10 years. So yeah, it's interesting. Stephen Lee. I don't know if that is Stephen Lee, the snooker professional player, but he's got in touch on the live chat page and says Selby makes me suicidal. Well, yeah, he's not everyone's cup of tea. He's not my cup of tea, to tell you the truth, Stephen Lee, because it's very boring to watch, but it still makes him a winner. And as I said before, if you're someone like him and you've got a routine or a certain style of snooker that is going to win you these tournaments and earn you the big bucks, then, as I said, you'll do whatever it takes. I'm sure a lot of us would if we figured that out ourselves if we were in Selby's shoes this afternoon. And he'll continue playing it because he's winning and he's won 3 world championships. So it's clearly working. Both players are in the crucible right now, in the tunnel, ready for Rob Walker, the MC, to introduce them into the crucible crowd, which it's a full house. So this is a trial. Let's not forget, this is a trial to get full capacity at sporting events again in the UK. So it's fantastic to see, and it's a great way to make this still an historical final, whichever way it goes. So Rob Walker doing the introductions as we speak. I will get the audio from the snooker in a bit. The reason why I'm waiting until after they've come onto the stage is because they do play intro music, which any music that's played on YouTube that we don't have copyright for, we can get a copyright claim against. There's no point in that. Crowds are applauding as we speak. Johnson Hemingway has put in the chat page. Hello, Johnson. Hope you're well. Says, whether you like Selby's style or not, he's a top 3 player. Top 3 ever, sorry. Behind Hendry, Stephen Hendry, that is, and the GOAT, which, of course, normally stands for greatest of all time, Ronnie O'Sullivan. I think I'd have to agree. I'm only 26, so I didn't see snooker when you had Steve Davis at his prime, or even maybe a bit of Stephen Hendry, but really Ronnie O'Sullivan was the first real player I got to watch win multiple titles, world championships, masters and UK championships, and other tournament titles. And I think he's got the record for most tournament titles now, Mr. Ronnie O'Sullivan. I'd say Selby's near up there with them. And I think Selby, he's a lot younger than Ronnie. Ronnie last year won a world championship at the age of, 44, 45, which shows to me that if Selby can keep it up, if he wins here today, certainly going to be fired up to win a few more before he hangs up his cue, which we all know in snooker that it's a long time. It's a long career. It's like golf with the majors. You see the likes of Jack Nicklaus play till they were, in their 50s, 60s, until they actually retired officially as professional players. I mean, look at Steve Davis. He only retired 5 years ago, but he wasn't as competitive as he used to be. Let's not forget. Mike Barrett has joined in that debate and says John Higgins is in top 3. Yeah, John Higgins has been great, but it's the fact I can't believe that he lost 3 World Championship finals in a row. He pretty much had the Jimmy White disease there, which was to lose every single snooker World Championship he was in. And there's my cup of tea. Hopefully it'll get me through this stream, because we could have a long afternoon, folks, but we can't go wrong with the snooker. So Shaun Murphy and Mark Selby are into the arena, and I think we're ready to go. Let me just get the snooker score up for you. And so it has begun. And already Shaun Murphy clearly impressing the crowd by getting a long pot in. So he's got, I think he's got a yellow in yet, so he's on 3.
Shaun Murphy 3.
We'll just get the score up. I do love Shaun Murphy's profile picture, as in his main photo on the World Snooker website, which is, you know, the cue splitting him in half on his photo, which I think is great. It's a bit different compared to the others just smiling in front of the camera, which is fine, but you like to see a little difference. So there's your score board there, the live scores. It'll keep updating within every 30 seconds normally on the World Snooker website. That's where we get it from. And he's having to play a safety shot, Shaun Murphy, and he's got it behind the yellow. Yellow's still in its original spot. If anyone's wondering where the stream is, like if you want to be able to watch the snooker, you've got 3 options. It's on Eurosport website or on TV, BBC Sport on their website or on BBC Two if you've got BBC Two. It depends. I mean, I don't know. Some of you are watching from different countries, so of course it's different in some places. Or just simply use the live link below, which is in the description. And to keep this channel going, folks, do donate as well. There's a donation link in the description. It's via PayPal. Any donation will do. We really appreciate the support. And we'll be happy to read out any of those donations as well if you want to leave us any messages. People asking me to show the match. Just click on the link below in the description. It's a free live stream to Eurosport's coverage of the match. Yeah, some of you are already suggesting a re-rack. There's been a lot of re-racks in this final. So there you go, folks. I've put it there on the side of the screen so you know. Let us know where you're watching the snooker from today. Wherever you are in the world, we've had lots of you watching from all sorts of different places. India, Pakistan, USA, also in Asia as well. Grippen Nye asking when does match start? It's started now, the third session. It's only the opening frame, so you've just joined us pretty much. Only 3 points taken so far. Selby. I'm not sure. Let me know, folks. Is it 8 frames this afternoon or 9 frames in this session? Because I've looked online and there's nothing to tell you how many frames are in each session for the final. I haven't been able to find it anywhere.
Foul and a miss. Shaun Murphy full.
So amazingly, for once, Mark Selby's made a foul, which has normally been most of it from Shaun Murphy yesterday in the final. Thanks, Tommy. Tommy Canavan says it's 8 this afternoon and then 10 tonight. Got you. Thank you for that. So, just so I know how long it could be this afternoon.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
And he's watching from Sheffield. So he's at the home of snooker. How far are you from the Crucible? 10-minute walk, something like that? Are you in the Crucible watching? You're just texting me on YouTube. Which, if so, you're very daring. You don't want to annoy the referee. Some of you are watching. Stephen Lee's watching from Cornwall. Well, hang on, Tommy Canavan, I'm confused. You said Ireland and then Sheffield. Richard Hall is watching from Australia. Hasan Garnham is watching from Iraq. Stephen Lee saying my stream is not synced with yours, using link in description. To tell you the truth, I'm using the betting stream. So Bet365, which normally betting streams are normally pretty much in sync with the live action. So it will be a little bit ahead of your stream link, but I'm sure it won't let it bother you too much. So Murphy's left Selby with a shot, but I don't think there's a long red, because the cue ball's behind the brown and the green at the moment. But there's a red on the left-hand side. We got Liam Walker from New Zealand, James Dryber from Stockport. It's not, sorry, not Stockport. Stockholm. I'm in Sweden. I'd love to see. I'd love to go to Stockholm one day, James. It's the one city I've always wanted to go and see. Well, just Sweden in general, especially, and Denmark. So we got Liam Walker from New Zealand, Sunan from India, Shubhat from India as well, Mohammed from Pakistan, Yatin from India, Mike Barrett's watching from Devon, Longanatham M is watching from Chennai in India. James saying I should come in the summer. I've still got a lot of days to book off from work, so but I've got to spend 2 weeks of it at the golf in July. So meanwhile, it's Shaun Murphy who's leading here, 7 points to 0. He needs to get the first couple of frames, I feel. to just get himself back in it. Oh, he's made a foul.
Mark Selby 4.
I think he did get the red, but either way, it doesn't count because of the foul. Yeah, he got the red in the middle pocket, and then the cue ball decided to go in the bottom left corner of the pocket. And because of that, Murphy has given 4 points to Selby there, and he's got his first points on the board of this session. And Selby's not been able to do anything with that.
One.
We got Naren Subov from Nepal watching. We got Miriam88 from Sydney.
8.
My Way says Murphy. I support Murphy from Thailand. Mikey K says Selby plays snooker like he's slowly strangling his opponent. I've not heard that one before, but yes, I have to agree. Definitely. But at the moment, Murphy's probably strangling him rapidly because Murphy's trying to not make any mistakes here. He's just
16.
got a little flow going on. I think we would like to see a more closer final. I mean, I'm not saying it hasn't been, but Selby last night definitely won that evening session. While Murphy led 5-3 after the opening session. Of course, imagine being one of those lucky fans in that crucible watching today.
17.
And I'm quite glad the weather's shit today in England. I'm glad it's raining because at least I'm not missing anything outside. Snooker's a sport for me during the winter time, which most of the season is from the World Snooker Tour. Murphy just got a pink and he's on 30 now.
23. 24. 30. 31.
'He's got the blue. There's still 8 reds, so frame nowhere near over yet for
36.
Mark Selby. Be hoping Murphy can make a mistake here.
37.
He's going to go for the pink again. He's hit the reds. Now, is any of them good for him? Yes. He's got one on the left of the cue ball. After he split up all 5 reds.
43.
Yatin Sarani asking, how can we watch the match? There's a link in the description, Yatin. The first link where it says live link, that is in the description. So that is a stream link to watch the Eurosport coverage of the snooker. So do try it. It works for me, so it should hopefully work for you. Greg Livingstone says, I'm watching the the stream via Scotland from Edinburgh, where I normally live, as it is a bank holiday Monday.
$50. $51.
Non-calls watching from Thailand. Non-call, is there any Thailand players we need to keep an eye out for in snooker? Because I know they've had a few in the past, but haven't quite got there at the top rankings. AJ Pereil saying, I can't
56.
see the match. You can if you click in the link in the description. It'll take you to a Eurosport
57.
live stream online. Summit Nye says, hello there from BKK. Where's BKK, Summit? Imran Karamat is watching from Pakistan.
63.
Mike Barrett also having a dig at Mark Selby, saying Selby is like a vampire, he sucks the life out of you. Liam Walker says, come on, Jester from Leicester. Well, at the moment it looks as though he's going to concede this frame because Murphy is now on 77 with 3 reds to go. A few tricky reds here, actually. There's 2 on the
70.
cushion, 1 just above them, which he's going to go for. Into the bottom right pocket. He's got it,
71.
but ooh, his placement's not the best, but he's still going to go for the pink in the middle pocket. I think either way he's won the frame. Oh, he's gone for the top left corner. I don't know anything, do I?
$77. Shaun Murphy 77 on the frame.
Well, anyway, there you go. First frame already gone, and Murphy takes it. And that's exactly the start he wanted there. So, 18 frames into this final, and it's Selby who leads by 10 frames to 8. And I think Selby knew there was going to be some response from Murphy. The way he's played in this World Championship is he's just been going for those long pots, which he's been nailing in most of the games he's played. But it's mad to think that Shaun Murphy had not got past the second round since 2015, which 2015 he got to the final of and lost to Stuart Bingham and made way for Stuart Bingham to win his first and only World Championship. But let's not forget Stuart Bingham got to the semis this year and lost to Mark Selby, which was a very good, tight affair. Only lost out by 2 frames at the end, Bingham. We're just waiting for the 19th frame to start. Let us know what you folks are drinking today while you're watching the stream. What are you eating? I mean, I'm a bit boring, me. I'm having just some black currant, which maybe in between these sessions today I will go to the shop if it stops raining.
Shaun
And I'll get a
Murphy
few
70.
bottles in. But just black currant at the moment and a cup of tea, which Murphy has made the break. And he's got it in behind the yellow, but, well, sort of more to the left of the yellow. I'd say 5 reds have broken away from the pack. Selby to take the next shot. Johnny Lost Janny says Murphy with strong arm emojis. Ooh, Selby. I think he got away with it there after he hit the brown back when he was trying to get it back behind the colours. Ticket Amazing Dark 173 says, come on Murphy. Greg asking me, are you doing the Champions League games this week? We are, Greg. Luke's doing the Man City PSG game tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'm doing the Chelsea not PSG, Real Madrid game, Chelsea Real Madrid game. So do join us for them, folks. If you love your football, Let's Talk Sport does watch-alongs for all sorts of sports, not just the snooker. Football, tennis, rugby, UFC, F1, women's football, men's football. We try and do as many watch-alongs as we can in our own time. And if you're enjoying this stream, do click that subscribe button. We're hoping to get to 2,000 subscribers. Ticket Amazing Dark 173 saying coffee with a bit of whiskey inside. Yeah, I'd like to know which whiskey it's. Flash Gunners has asked. Oh, Greg Livingstone is living the life. He's having alcohol with McDonald's Big Mac, 20 chicken nuggets and 2 cheeseburgers. That's why not? It's Bank Holiday Monday, isn't it, Greg?
12.
As you say, Murphy's on fire again. He is. He's woken up. I think he might have assessed last night
13.
by waking up this morning, realising I just can't afford to play long frames because they just go towards Selby. And that's what we saw last night. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't here last night. I know some of you might have watched Seb and Stu do last night's stream.
20.
But I was falling asleep late on watching the match. It might have been because I was tired, but just that's Selby snooker
21.
in my eyes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, as a fan, you don't really want to watch snooker like that. But he's a winner. He's successful because of it.
$28. $29. $36. $37.
And I've just heard groan in the crowd. Why was that? He got the red. He hasn't left himself with a colour. And that's Murphy, by the way, who's now on 37.
Blue ball.
And he's going for a blue ball, according to the referee. Top right corner. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. To be honest, the way he's played this afternoon already, he's absolutely nailing it.
42. Shaun Murphy, 42.
Well, Murphy's on 42, but it's Selby now. Hasn't got any points yet in this frame. He's got one, and it's with a red.
One.
His positioning's not the best, though, I don't think, on the colour. But again, I'm not a professional. Selby is. He'll know more what he's doing than I am. Just putting my socks on in the morning. Since they, prepare in advance. Nope. Probably terrible joke. Michael 1 says, hello, good afternoon. Hello, Michael. Hope you're well.
Six.
Greg says, thing is, Jamie, the alcohol is WKD Blue, which I normally like to call it Wicked. You know what? It's been ages. It's been years since I've touched Wicked. I can't even remember what it tastes like. It was ages ago. I think I had it only once or twice, to be honest. Selby's going for another red here as he's on 6. Now Murphy's on 42. He's got the blue if he wants to go for that. I'd imagine he'll try and maybe backspin it so he could go for the red on the bottom right. I'm not sure. Ashes says, I love Selby. Well, he's making a good comeback for this frame at the moment. It's only the second frame of the session, but
12.
He knew Murphy was probably going to start off nice. I mean, this is when Selby is clinical, though. Like, he can clear up the
13.
table.
Twenty. $21.
And Selby's, as you'd expect, there was going to be a safety shot somewhere, I thought.
That's got to be 21.
Yeah, Mike Barrett just said it's gone wrong for Selby. He did a good shot, though, to get it behind the brown on the top cushion. Still, I think there's 5 reds left. If Murphy can somehow grab a chance here, then I would say the frame will be his, but instead he'll just have to play safety, and he hopes he doesn't make a double kiss. Nearly hit the blue on the way back there. And yeah, he's not happy with that, because he might have left Selby with a shot diagonally to the red on the bottom left pocket. Unless he's thinking differently. Ashes is from Nepal. There's been a couple of you from Nepal watching today's stream, which is great to see. P.S. Jarrett says, hey Jamie, happy to see Murphy in the final. Flash Gunners, who was Jamie Burgoyne's. I've just read your WhatsApp. I forgot you had this account. Jamie Burgoyne's part of our Let's Talk Sport team. He says, Iron Brew WKD is decent, Greg. Of course, we're having that debate about WKD on the live chat page. Odam6077 says, come on, Murphy. Selby's going for the middle pocket with the red there, and now he's just 12 behind. I think he'll go for the blue next. 3 reds left.
Fifteen. Twenty-two. Twenty-three. 28.
Yeah, I saw that PS Joe. He's just saying, first time I felt something good for Selby. Is when he mentioned about her daughter in the post-match interview after the semis. Yeah, I heard that interview. I saw it last night. I think it was Ken Doherty that interviewed him for the BBC. Former world champion back in '97, I think it was, and he Selby did tell him he was hoping to see him in between. He hoped to see her daughter in between sessions, but because she's quite young, he said she couldn't really go into the Crucible because of COVID restrictions. Not really sure why though. I don't know how old his daughter is, but everyone else, it's a full capacity, but I'm not sure. Maybe he just doesn't want to risk it, which is fair enough. But yeah, he did say. I mean, it is, regardless of what people say about Selby, he's got a family of his own. He clearly does it for his family. All of this, and he is one of the best snooker players we've seen. It's not the style we like to see for many of us, but he has won multiple world championships, and he might win his 4th today. And
37.
Here he is about to take this frame, it seems, because he's only got the brown, blue, pink, and black left. So he's here to clear the table, and he's ahead of Shaun Murphy in this 2nd frame of the afternoon. He's got the brown.
41.
Blue's a bit awkward here, though. He's 20 ahead with 18 remaining, so if Murphy had any chance of somehow taking this frame, he'd have to require a snooker. Oh, and he is going to try and play it safe with the blue. Why didn't he just try and pot that?
Mark Selby, 41.
He could have pot that. He could have pot that and just be done with it, to be honest. But again, Selby's just making sure he plays the long game just to frustrate Murphy, I feel. So Murphy's got the cue ball behind the black, near the bottom cushion, and there's a blue. He's got the blue. He hasn't set him up, I don't think. Nah, I think, in all fairness to Selby, I think he can pot that. Or is he? I'll be a bit annoyed if he plays this safe again, because he can pot this. Remember, he's 20 ahead with 18 remaining, so get the blue in and it should be done. Oh, he's missed it. At least he tried it, but he hasn't set Murphy up or anything. I like what Mike Barrett's put here. O'Sullivan has called Selby the Torturer. It's a good nickname for him. The gesture from Leicester nickname I think's terrible. I don't think that's... Nah, that's not Selby. Mark the Torturer Selby. There you go. There we go, Mike. We've just come up with his new nickname right there, thanks to Ronnie O'Sullivan. I wonder if Ronnie and Selby actually get on. I know they've had moments in matches, especially that semi last year when Ronnie beat him in the final frame, which was so nerve-wracking and great snooker to watch. It really was. But Selby wasn't happy with the way he played in that match. As in, wasn't happy with the way O'Sullivan played. I think he thought there was a bit of disrespect there. So, I mean, I don't really know what his problem was, but I think they do have the utmost respect for each other. But, of course, I remember a few years ago, Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan were pundits together during the World Championships when they got knocked out early, and they did it for Eurosport. What a safety shot that was from Murphy. He's got it behind the black there with the blue up ahead. So, Selby has been snookered here, but can he get out of it? And he's missed it. So, Murphy has got that snooker.
Shaun Murphy 5.
Oh, has he done it though? Has he snookered him? Well, surely Murphy's going to make him shoot again. 15 behind with 18 remaining. So Murphy can take this. But Murphy hasn't been set up there. He can't. There's no way he can pot the blue. And yeah, and he's going to make Selby take it again, it seems. Oh, no. Yeah, he's going to make him take it, but the cue ball's going to stay where it was after Selby had fouled. What's Selby done here? Ooh, I'll tell you what, the way Murphy's been playing already this afternoon, he could pot this. It's a long one to the top left corner pocket, but Murphy's loved these kind of challenges and he's proven to get most of them in this tournament. Oh, he has missed. Oh no, where's the blue going? He's got to hope it hits the cushion. I think he set him up. The angle's not going to be easy for Selby, but it could happen. Hit it way too hard, I feel, with Murphy, but maybe hitting it hard enough was the right way to approach it if he was going to miss. It nearly came into the bottom left pocket, but because he hit it so hard, it hit both sides of the cushions and then was away it goes. And Selby hasn't snookered him, but the blue's on the cushion, so I can't see Murphy getting anything from that. Christopher Ball says, Ronnie always says you can't be classed as a true great unless you win the World Championships more than 3 times. A little dig at Mark. Well, if that's what he did say in the past, then it could be the end of today. Has Murphy just popped that in? Yes, he has! And Murphy does nod his head after that in a way where he knows it was lucky. But you're going to need a bit of luck, I think, to beat Mark Selby. And this would be a big frame for Murphy if he can now go on and clear the table, because there's only 2 balls left, the pink and the black. And he needs to pot both of them, of course, because he's still 10 points behind Selby. And the positioning here was not really expected for him. And he has just played it to the cushion.
Shaun Murphy 5.
Simple shot, but it's effective. And Mark Selby will visit the table at least one more time. We're past 1850 subscribers, so thank you all for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't yet, do subscribe. We'd love to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of this snooker tournament. In case you are wondering, we will be doing the final session tonight at 7 o'clock as well, so do join us for that one. That'll be with myself and Seb True on this bank holiday Monday here in the UK. Murphy, oh, he tried to go for the double, he didn't get it. Ugh. Ew. I think Murphy might have got lucky there again after that. Remember, Selby just needs to pop one of them and then it's done and dusted pretty much. I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but Mike Barrett says, you look a bit like Murphy. I'm just glad I don't have his chin. It's a big chin he's got, isn't it? I don't think I have. Have I? Definitely both. I think me and Murphy definitely have the baby face. Oh, I think maybe Selby with that double kiss, he might just get the. Might have just left Murphy here for a chance to get that pink. Great pop there from Murphy. But has he set up the black?
6.
I don't think he has. No. It just shows how difficult it is to beat Selby. Has he popped the black? Yes, he has. Oh, no. Oh, he's missed it.
Shaun Murphy.
It was looking like it was going in, and it's like a little bit of wind has just somehow pushed it away. Or a kick from the table. It's been a great frame. And we've still got one ball left on the table. I'm sure Murphy thought he was literally a whisker away from winning the frame here. If Selby pots this, it's his frame. And he does so. Oh, that's going to hurt Murphy. That's really going to hurt him. But Selby will take it, and because of that, he's 11-8 up now. 2 frames into this set, into this afternoon. What did you think of that frame, folks? That was a cracker, wasn't it? And Selby, when he just finished that frame, just pointed to his head in celebration, it seems. Sebastian True's just said, painful way to lose the frame. And Mike Barrett saying, damn, he missed the black. Shoaib Ahmed Khan saying, come on, Selby, I am cheering for you. As he says, that's got to hurt. Yuk Luing saying, Selby the grinder. And apparently, folks, I look like Shaun Murphy. That's what we've learnt today already. From the words of Mike Barrett. So Selby's just gone to the toilet, and of course we're waiting for the next frame to start, which will be the 20th frame, and Murphy's just sitting in his seat chilling while he's probably going to have to let that sink in, that frame. He's had it very tough, Shaun Murphy, this season because of COVID restrictions and them having to quarantine and isolate after their matches and such. He lives in Ireland, but of course most of the tournaments on this World Snooker Tour are not normally in England or even maybe in China. I can't remember how the calendars work this year, but he's had to be on his own while his family's been in Ireland, so he's not had it easy at all, Murphy, this season. But I'm sure it's been like that for many of the snooker players who've been on the tour. As you heard the referee there, Mark Selby to break. According to Greg Livingstone, I'm Murphy's lost twin. Should we get an appeal out? I could get percentage of his prize money if he wins today, maybe. Lost half brother. Maybe my parents have lied to me. Maybe I am related to Shaun Murphy. Maybe I'm a Murphy and not a Davis. I'm not Steve Davis's son, I'm afraid. I don't have that ginger in me. If you haven't yet, folks, do leave your messages in the live chat. I'll be reading them out when I can. And let us know where you're watching the snooker from today. Who's your favourite snooker player as well? Let us know who your favourite snooker player is. Is it Selby? Is it Murphy? Is it Ronnie? Is it Stephen Hendry? Let us know. IMY saying Selby hair become white. Saying Selby's getting old. How old is Mark Selby? Let me Google it. Murphy's got one. And he's going to set himself up for the blue here. Nice long pot. His snooker is good to watch at the moment with Shaun Murphy. Mark Selby's 37. He'll be 38 on the 19th of June. His career innings is nearly 6 million. Of course, his current ranking is 4th, but I think he could be... I don't know if he could be number 1 after today if he wins the World Championship, but he must be close. So Murphy has got the black. He should have a red set up there. There's quite a few reds spread out a little bit where the original triangle is. Karen Fiqual says Selby is the new snooker king.
15.
FB Guala says Judd Trump in terms of his favourite snooker player. I don't know if you've noticed, but Judd Trump's been doing a bit of commentating and punditry work for BBC since he got knocked out by... Who did he get knocked out by? It wasn't Murphy, was it? I can't remember now. I think it was Murphy. Even so, I think it's been his debut at commentating and being a pundit, and he's been really good to watch. I think he's actually... I wasn't sure about 22. Judd Trump in the last few years because I thought he lacked a bit of character. You know, he seemed like the quiet type and a bit of a shy player. But no, he won me over this in the last few days, being on TV as a pundit and a commentator. Of course, he won the World Championship a few years ago. Oh, he's got the red, Murphy, nicely done in the middle pocket. He's in range today, Murphy. He's not fearing it, and I think he needs to be a bit more aggressive towards Selby. If he misses, he misses, but he just doesn't want to play the long game with Selby. Yeah, I've just seen that. Flash Gunner saying Jamie thoughts on Southend United dropping out of Football League for the first time in 101 years. Well, I've got a mate of mine called Joe who I met when I went to Eurovision. If you're watching, Joe, hope you're well. And he just doesn't want to talk about it. He's absolutely gutted. So I've mainly kept an eye on Southend United just because of him. And I remember they got relegated last season as well. So they've had at least
29.
2 relegations in a row, which is a real shame there. And it's a real worry for Southend United. Now in National League, it's crazy. But, you know, there's many teams that you wouldn't believe that have gone into the National League in English football. And Southend United are another team to that list. Ishtiak Ahmed asking, when does match start? And when do we see? So the match has started. We're on the 20th frame. And there's a link in the description, which is a live link that you can watch the match on. Which is basically a link to watch it with the Eurosport coverage of this final.
36.
Yuck the Young saying, honestly, Alex Higgins is the most exciting to watch now. Now it's perhaps Judd Trump. Oh, okay, interesting. I have seen some old videos of Alex Higgins in snooker, and he was the entertainer, wouldn't he? He certainly liked to drink, but they all did back then.
37.
When we're talking the embassy snooker days, they would have a pint. It was the fact that they would drink beer and smoke while they were sitting down watching their opponent play. How it's all changed now in snooker when all they can drink is water and maybe a hot drink if they ask for it. Also, folks, it's completely up to you, but we do have a donation page in our description, which is from PayPal. If you want to donate any small amount of money or whatever you want to donate, do click on the PayPal link, and any donation we really do welcome to Let's Talk Sport to keep the channel going and to keep doing more watch-alongs like this. So any small donation, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Yuck the Young says that Alex Higgins also beats referee. When you say beats referee, he didn't beat one up, did he? It wouldn't surprise me if that is the case. Mike Barrett's just saying that Shaun Murphy, he's not finishing these frames off. He isn't, is he? He starts off while getting a few points on the board, and then it's always, you just expect Selby to turn up and steal the frame from him, which Selby's happy to play like that. Zaid Naras asking to send the live streaming link, please. It's in the description below. It says next to me as well. Here, my right. Which is live link. So it's in the description for you, mate.
Pink ball. Shaun Murphy 1.
Well, Murphy's had to play the safety because he's now on 38, but he's had to finish there. And he's placed it behind the brown, so there's a good chance here Selby might give away some points. While Selby's shot time has just reached 1 minute 20. Mano Sai A says unable to open that link. Asking, is there any other place where we can watch it live? BBC Sport, Eurosport. Actually, let me get that link up as well for you. See if that works. I don't know if it'll work for you. It depends which country you're in, I guess.
Foul. And a miss. Shaun Murphy
Oh.
back.
So Murphy's got himself 4 points. He's now on 42. That's twice now I think Selby's fouled in this session. Oh, he completely miscued that. He had to play with a rest over the brown, so it was always going to be difficult with it being a long table as well. SA Copper Scrap saying, hi, I am from Australia. How can I watch, mate? I have left 2 links below in the description. That's the best I can do for you. One's a Eurosport link and one is the BBC Sport link.
Okay, Shaun.
So I hope that helps. Otherwise, I would do some Googling. Actually, for any of you folks wondering, I think Eurosport is available worldwide, and normally the subscriptions are like £1. They're not expensive. Eurosport's really good in terms of pricing, and they show all the snooker.
Foul.
He's done it again.
Shaun
You
Murphy
can't get out of this, Selby. You got to give Murphy will do anything he can to make sure he keeps taking these shots, because Murphy needs this frame in my eyes, just to at least go 2 behind. He's done it again. He's done exactly the same as he did before. Miscued completely by just dragging the ball away from his cue.
Okay, Shaun.
Yeah, 3 times in a row he's missed. Ooh, is he going to get to this red? It's going to hit the bottom cushion. He's missed.
Foul. And a miss. Shaun Murphy 4.
And because of that, Murphy will approach the table, I think. Yeah, he's going to make him retake it. He came to the table to have a look if there was any reds that he could pop, but looked very unlikely, so he's going to make Selby go for it again here behind the brown. This really is the mental scarring of snooker normally.
Okay, Mark. Shaun.
Yuck the Young saying, in this order, for Alex Higgins, women. Oh, hang on. Selby's got the red. Ooh, I think he has set him up though, but at least, I mean, Murphy now will be on 50 points after that. 50 ahead of Selby, so really Murphy should go on to win this frame. What was it? Young the Young saying, Alex Higgins, in this order, in terms of his priorities in life, it seems, women, cigarettes, alcohol, fight. Last but not least, snooker. Yes. And actually, Mike Barrett makes a good point. You forgot drugs. Yes. He enjoyed his drugs. He had a few drug sessions with Jimmy White, I think, in the toilets before a snooker tournament or an exhibition.
Ramble.
We are just 9 subscribers away, folks, from reaching 1,900 followers. So if you haven't yet and you're enjoying the stream, do click that subscribe button. We're hoping to get to 2,000 subscribers today. So do help us get in there by subscribing to the channel. We really do appreciate your support. Selby's back in this. He's got the black, so he's now on 8. He's having to get back up to Shaun Murphy, who's on 51.
No.
And Murphy again, peaking too soon in these frames, it feels. COVID-20 saying, what a shot. Oh no, COVID's joined the chat. The virus has joined us. Just when we thought we got rid of it in the UK.
16.
Well, near enough, thanks to our vaccines and all that, it seems.
$17. $24. $25.
Mike Barrett has said that this is probably going wrong for Murphy. Finn McAvoy, hello Finn, says, what's the score? The score is 11-8 to Selby. The score's below me. And the live points from the frame, if that helps.
31.
Pro Status is hanging in there saying Murphy will win. At the moment, Selby's trying to just reduce that lead. Finn McAvoy saying, is it 11-9? It is at the moment, yes. Oh, Selby's missed the black.
Mark Selby, 37.
With one red left on the table, and I think he might have just set Murphy up here. It should be a long straight shot diagonally towards the right pocket, right bottom pocket that'll be. But yeah, Selby just missed it on the left there of the left corner pocket. And Murphy needs to take this in my eyes. He's got to take these chances. He's got the red. And this should hopefully be in build-up to him cleaning the table. Nicely done. And that should be the frame for Murphy. He needed to take this one. He should do anyway. Johnny Lost Janny says Murphy win. Mike Barrett says, wow, Selby missed the black. Yep. Biggest moment of the frame. Oh, he's missed the brown. And I think, I'm not sure how many points there are left on. There's what you got the brown, so that's 4. Blue 5, so that's 9. Pink 6, 15. So there's 22 points left. So yeah, there's not enough points on the table for Selby to clean up without a snooker. But it looks as though Selby will play the long game again by trying to get 1 or 2 snookers from Murphy. And they're both on the brown at the moment. Murphy's just tried to play safety. But it's an open play for Selby on the brown. Hazem Khan says, come on, Selby. And says, love from Pakistan. Thank you, Hazem. Love from England to Pakistan. We're just 4 subscribers away, folks, from reaching 1,900 subscribers. So do click that subscribe button if you're enjoying the stream and you love your snooker. This is your home of snooker watch-alongs at Let's Talk Sport, as well as our football watch-alongs, tennis, rugby, F1, and other scintillating sports. Selby now with his go at the brown. Bilal Rashid asking why you're not sharing live streaming. The stream link is in the description, which is why it says next to me live link and then in brackets in description, because if I show you any footage of the match, then it would be the channel would pretty much be done for copyright. Oh, Murphy's missed the brown. But he might have snookered him. Maybe not, but no, he hasn't. But either way, Selby needs a snooker to win the frame. And we've reached 1,900 subscribers. Thank you, folks. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Love from me. God bless you all. Murphy was trying to get the brown behind the black. He has kind of done, but Selby should be able to get there, no problem. But again, it's that long frame thing going on where if Murphy was just a bit more clinical, I'd say he wouldn't have to deal with this. So at the moment, Selby is 27 behind, but there's only 22 points left on the table. So Hassan Khan asking how many points remaining. It is 22. While Selby's 27 behind. Oh, Murphy tried to pot it, but no good. Hit the cushion before he got near the pocket. I didn't see that, Murph. I didn't see that shot then. There was a bit of a groan or something going on in the crowd, which is normally the reaction to a shot. Alright, he looks as though he might have set him up. Oh, he's missed it again. Come on, Murphy. Get these brown in. Just needs to get that brown in. Selby just playing the most frustrating snooker as always.
Four.
So Selby did get the brown. Not sure why though. Come on, Murphy, put this blue in. Let's just get this frame done. I'm not really supporting either play, but you just want to see certain frames done and dusted. There you go. Just get that pink in. Clear up that table. As you can hear the crowd in the background, just a little delighted that this frame is finally coming to an end.
Shaun Murphy 5 and the frame.
Yeah, Selby's conceded, and the gap is back to 2 frames. So it's now Mark Selby 11, Shaun Murphy 9, and Shaun Murphy, as he has done throughout the tournament, did that little fist pump to the crowd and towards his family that are watching, which some snooker players haven't liked seeing, that kind of celebration, like Karen Wilson mentioned when Shaun Murphy beat him in the semi-finals. But I don't see what's wrong with it. You've got to have some emotions out there. They're not robots. They're just showing a slow-mo replay of him doing that again, just going like this, like, come on, we can do this. It's nowhere near but over yet, this final. We've still got plenty of frames to go, and there's only 2 frames separating Selby and Murphy, as I'll update it. So Mark Selby 11, Shaun Murphy 9. I'll tell you what, while they're just getting ready for the 21st frame, I'm just going to go to the toilet, folks. Don't go anywhere.
The 21st frame, Shaun Murphy to break. Full.
I will stress this, folks. Anyone who keeps asking for a link for the stream, it is in the description. And it is on the next to my screen, as you can see, the live link text. So there is a Eurosport link and a BBC link. So hopefully one of those links will work for you. So Selby, I've only just got back, so Selby's got 4 points in this frame so far. So
Mark
thanks
Selby,
for
full.
waiting for me, folks, because I had to go for a toilet break there. Here's an interesting message here from Sahishnu Chadha saying, has anyone noticed from the last 5 years in the final, whoever potted the first red has always won the match? I've never really thought of that. Interesting point, though. Finn McAvoy says, go on, Murphy. Omid War saying he can't see the match. There's a link in the description below. And if you haven't yet, folks, and you want to support the channel, simply help us support the channel by sending us a donation via PayPal. There's a link in the description, and I'll put it on the live chat page as well. And Of course, we're hoping to get to 2,000 subscribers. We're currently near at 1920. Graham Mark has responded and says, interesting, I wonder how many world finals have won from the first frame. I'm sure there's some. There was a guy called Matt who, when I was working at the World Snooker Championships in 2016, his name was Matt. I don't know if he has anything to do with snooker anymore, but he pretty much had a database in his head of all sorts of facts, stats and figures and all that in the world of snooker that you basically would never have come up with apart from someone like him who would spend hours finding these stats and coming up with his own, basically. And he was the man to ask any sort of questions like that. If you are somehow watching this stream, Matt, I hope you're well. And the camera is focusing on all the previous winners of the World Snooker Championship by looking at the names engraved on that famous trophy. Let us know, folks, who do you think will win the 2021 Betfred World Snooker Championship? Will it be Mark Selby for a fourth time or Shaun Murphy finally for that second time? Let's not forget, it's been 16 years since Shaun Murphy won his only World Championship in 2005. Was a finalist. Oh, Selby, lovely shot. Hits the reds in the pack and out of it all, a red goes into the bottom left corner of the pocket. And Shaun Murphy just staring into space, wondering what's it going to take to beat this guy. It's a great shot by Selby. Now, according to some of you folks earlier, you did say that it would this afternoon session is 8 frames, while the night session is going to be 10. So this is our 4th frame. So after this, there will be a mid-session interval.
Five. Eleven.
Saheshnu Chadha says Shaun Murphy potted the first red in this final. So good news for Murphy fans. That's if the history books work for you. If they're going to work today for Shaun Murphy, it's he's only 2 frames behind. Let's not forget. We've seen finals with a lot bigger leads and people still coming out of nowhere to win it. Let's not forget what Selby did against Ronnie O'Sullivan in 2014. It felt like Ronnie was going to win a 3rd World Championship in a row, but Mark Selby stopped him to win his first ever world title, which Ronnie probably wouldn't show it in front of the cameras, but I think inside it hurt him. I think he knew he should have won that. It was in his hands with the experience and the tournaments he's got under his belt.
19.
Not in the final this year, though. And Selby's going to play a safety shot and is on 23.
Mark Selby, 19.
Akil Pasha says, come on, Selby, come on. Mike Barrett says, I want Murphy to win, but I think Selby's going to have too much. Be interesting if Murphy can just go one behind before the interval. If it is 8 frames this afternoon, some of you said it would be, so hopefully we'll have, of course. Oh, he's missed the red, Murphy.
Mark Selby 4.
Only by an inch of a whisker. And he has left Selby as well, so he's not going to make him retake it. He's got the red. Ooh.
1.
Is he going to go for the pink? 'Cause I feel like he might have hit that too hard there. But again, I don't have the vision of a snooker player. Nope, should get the pink it seems. Yeah, oh yeah. It's on its own actually. Without touching any of the reds. Great Mark says, I still think Ronnie has a few more world titles in him. I think 1 or 2 more. My problem is with Ronnie is he's just not got the right state of mind for a 2-week tournament. Week tournaments, you know, the Tour Championship and the World Grand Prix, which lasts for like a week, or the Welsh Open and all that. Yeah, you can rely on him to do that, no problem. But I just don't think he's strong enough to do 17 days. Let's not forget, like, everyone goes on about how long and mentally difficult it is to stay ahead of your opponents throughout this tournament and to win this World Championship. 17-day tournament's not easy. And it's stuff like this. Oh, I do apologise, Brahim. Brahim says, what the fuck is an inch of a whisker in millimetres? I don't know. I've said completely the wrong words. I was hoping to get away with that, but Brahim picked me up on that.
14.
It is a Monday. Not that that's really an excuse. And Selby is going to go for the pink. And he's currently on 47.
20.
And it looks as though 68 is the target to win the frame.
21. 27.
He's 34 ahead, but still 85 remaining. Still lots to do for Selby. But yeah, going back to what we were on about, Graham, about Ronnie, I would love to see Ronnie win at least one more, just to at least say he equals the record for the most World Championships, which is 7. And of course, we all know who's got the most World Championships, and that is Stephen Hendry, who does joke and say he's feeling a bit sweaty, worrying that he's going to lose that record. I mean, he's not going to lose it if he's joint with someone. It's still a shared record. It's still a proud moment.
34.
But, at some point, people set these standards for someone else to beat them. Yeah, Selby looks as though he's got this frame in control at the moment. 68 ahead, 67 remaining,
41.
so he's on paper he's won this frame already. But I say already, he's still got to pot all the reds at least to make sure Murphy concedes the frame. If he doesn't get them all in. He's got another red there and sets up the black. Sanhev Kurana saying, just can't stop laughing
49.
on that inch of a whisker. I don't know what I was saying.
50.
I felt like I was Murray Walker, the old Formula One commentator who had some certain words that he'd say which made no sense. Oh, lovely pot black there from Selby in the middle pocket on the right. Quick frame, this one. Probably the quickest frame we're going to see in this session
57.
so far. This is the 4th frame, and Selby not playing a long one with this one because the opportunity has been there for him. He's got the red. There's 2 reds left to go. I think he'll go for the black again, but maybe he's going to try and get the highest break of the final so far if he can continue potting these balls in. He's missed the black. Oh no, he's got it. Shut up, Jamie.
65. 66. 73.
So Selby's on. Selby's on 92. Oh no, he's on a 101 now. Amidst Amazing World says this frame is gone. 12-9, but Shaun will come back strongly. Sherb Ahmed Khan says yes, Shaun will come back strong next year.
80. 82. 85. 89. 94.
And we've reached 1,930 subscribers, so thank you all very much for the support. And meanwhile, Selby has popped the pink, and it looks as though he'll pop the black. As you can hear the applause around the crucible. And he pops that in, no problem. And as we reach the mid-session interval, Mark Selby leads by 3 frames, 12 frames to 9. And he's just 6 away now from winning that 4th World Championship. Still a lot to play for though, but at the moment I think it's fair to say Mark Selby is the favourite to win this year's 2021 Betfred World Snooker Championship. So here's the match stats for you. In terms of total points, Selby 12.82 while Murphy's on 9.76. Balls potted 3.75 for Selby. 2.67 for Shaun Murphy. The pot success is 92% to Shaun Murphy's 90%. The long pot success, as you'd expect, Murphy's actually got more on that one at least, which is 66%, while Mark Selby has 61%. And the safety success, Shaun Murphy 79%, and Selby is 77%, which surprises me because I thought Selby might have been ahead in that one. So yeah, interesting final, but it looks a little bit one-sided, doesn't it, folks? Ever since last night, I feel, where last night that frame was well and truly Selby's, and he's taken control since then. but he does at the moment lead this final at 12 frames to 9. Get in touch on the live chat page, folks. What do you think of this final so far? Can Murphy turn it around, or do you think Selby is just too good and maybe too experienced to lose this lead now against Shaun Murphy? Let us know on the live chat page. Let's read some of your comments then, since it's the mid-session interval. Graham Mark says Maury Walker, Peter Alice, and Whispering Ted Lowe, great commentators. Chandra Devika says go Shaun. Brahim Shahid says over their competition careers, Mark Selby 147 times 3 versus Shaun Murphy 147 times 6, which of course 147 is an incredible achievement. It's definitely a bucket list moment for maybe us normal people who don't play snooker, but I don't think I'll ever get to 147. I feel like I'd have to practice for the rest of my life and just hope that I'd even get a century or even half a century break. Would be pretty incredible. Shahashnu Chadder says Murphy is in a do or die situation. Free frame gap can be very difficult. I think when it gets late on in a match like this, before you go into the final session, and let's say the scoreline is to be 3 frames in between the two, then yes, it's very difficult late on, I think. And I think as well, they're going to be a little bit tired as well. It's been a long 2 weeks for them. Let's not forget, Shaun Murphy, I think, was a qualifier as well, so he's had to have more matches than Selby. So it's not been easy. Not been easy at all for Shaun Murphy, but he's done very well, of course, to get here and be in a first final since 2015. Mike Barrett says it's so difficult to beat Selby. It really is. And I think if you ever do beat Selby in a final, it's definitely an achievement in itself. Him or the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan or Stephen Hendry back then. Graham Mark says he can see this being a late night thriller. Well, I mean, for us snooker fans, let's hope so. But let's hope it's a tight one at the end of it all and not a one-sided final come tonight when we get to the final session. Sahashnu Chadder says Selby is unstoppable and Selby can overthrow Sullivan's record. In terms of World Championships, do you mean? What do you mean? Which record are you talking about? Greg Livingstone asking, what's the next competition after the Snooker Championship? Well, that's it for the summer, I think. In terms of the main calendar, this is the final tournament, and this is when the season ends. So I think they have a few weeks, well, at least a few months off, I think, throughout the summer, and then the main tournaments start again August time at least, I think. I don't know the calendar that well, to be honest with you, Greg. So maybe something to check on the World Snooker website, but do let us know, folks. What is the next main tournament for the snooker calendar? All Sports said Selby is one best player. Shahib Ahmed Khan saying Cheddar, yes, Selby can do it. Brahim Shahid says match stats so far, disregarding the actual current score, indicate a win for Selby, but that's just the kind of stats the bookmaker adores. And Shoaib Ahmed Khan's asked me a question saying, Jamie, how often do you play snooker and where? I haven't played snooker. I haven't actually played on a snooker table in like 4 years. It was actually around this time in 2017 after watching a lot of the World Championships. It definitely gets you into it. So yeah, it was fun to play, but I was terrible. So I'm not serious with it. I'm very poor. I play pool a lot though. Well, that was before COVID came in, and I haven't actually touched a pool table since that. And I do hope soon that with these COVID restrictions, hopefully to be gone in the UK where I live, come June 21st, we can actually go to a pub or a snooker club and play snooker or pool again with your mates. So I look forward to when that day comes, because to be honest, after watching so much snooker this week, whether that's been on this live watch along or just watching it whenever I can, you do have that itch to play. As well as I love watching snooker and pool, I much prefer playing it more. It's one of those kind of sports, kind of like tennis in a way. I love watching it, but I love playing it more as well. Do you play, Shoaib? Let us know. Do you play snooker? Annie NG says live stream is only available to viewers in the UK. What a bummer. Sorry about that, Annie. There is the Eurosport link in the description if you haven't tried that yet. If you haven't tried that, it might work for you. It works for me. And Shoaib Ahmed Khan says it's a very addictive game, Jamie. I bet it is. Anyway, folks, we are currently in a mid-session interval. So, I think what I'm going to do is just quickly take a 5 to 10 minute break. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to leave this watch along on, but I'm just going to disappear and just quickly grab something to eat while we wait for them to come back into the arena. And I'll be back for when they play the next frame. So don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be back very shortly. Welcome back to the live stream watch along of the 2021 Betfred World Snooker Championship between Mark Selby and Shaun Murphy. And thanks for staying with us, folks. During that mid-session interval, I thought I'd have a quick break before we're back up and running. Now, I've seemed to have lost the scoreboard. Let's refresh that.
6. Seven.
There we go. But Murphy making sure he can close the gap. He's got the black. Oh, he's set up on the red. He keeps doing this, doesn't he, Murphy? He gets himself going, but then there's always some hurdle that
14.
stops him from getting over. And he hit the red on the way to the cushion as well. And we're just around 50 subscribers away, folks, from reaching that 2,000 mark of subscribers. If you haven't yet and you're enjoying this snooker watch along, then be sure to click that subscribe button on the video below. And we'd really appreciate your support as we're getting very close to getting to 2,000 subscribers. And it was only earlier this week we reached 1,000. So we really appreciate your support. And if you love your snooker, this is the place to be for next season as well. Do let us know as well on the live chat page, folks. Would you be interested in us doing watch-alongs for the Senior World Championship, which starts on Thursday this week, and then the finals on Sunday? So if that does interest you and you want to see that, let us know in the live chat page and we'll think about doing it.
The main volume down is easy.
Sir Talks a Lot asking Sir Talks a Lot, that's a good name, says, how many frames do they need, 21 or 18? 18. So yeah, 18 is the amount of frames you need to win this final today. Here's a good message here from Graham Mark. Did you know Alex Higgins was the first player to get a 155 break as he got a free ball and nominated the black? Quite incredible. I did not know that. Alex Higgins, sadly, he passed away 10 years ago this year, in 2011. And, of course, he's just one of those, isn't he? I'd love to have met Alex Higgins just to hear his stories. I bet he had all sorts of stories from his time as a snooker professional. Babu Tabu says, Babu, I love snooker. Murphy win, same play like Wilson. Same play like Wilson as in the semi-finals. Yes, of course. That's. I do forget he beat Karen Wilson quite convincingly as well. Oh, he's missed the red here though. Murphy with that long shot down. Excuse me, down the left-hand side, and ends it on 14 points. Selby hasn't got any points yet in this frame, which is the 22nd frame of this final. I do believe that we got this frame and 3 other frames after this, and then it's the end of the afternoon session before we go into the final session this evening, which starts at 7 o'clock UK time. So do join us on our channel for that. It'll be me and Seb this evening to do the final for you. Oh, Selby's missed it as well, down the left-hand side. But he hasn't set anything up for Murphy, it seems. Selby still no points on the board, but Murphy hasn't been able to add to his 14. Gabrielle Sampson asking what is the frame score, my friends? It is currently Mark Selby 12, Shaun Murphy 9. Oh, thank you very much. And just look at that. Cheese on toast has arrived. That's my lunch sorted. Cheese on toast, snooker, and it's raining. Can you beat a moment like this, folks? What have you lot had for lunch? Let us know.
All right, thank you.
Grey Mark's just having breakfast in Mexico. Whereabouts in Mexico, Graham? Let us know what you've had for lunch or dinner or breakfast today, folks. I'm just going to mute my mic whenever I eat because I don't want you lot won't want to hear me eat. Who does?
One. Six. Seven. Nine. Ten.
Sorry about that, folks, but I was quite hungry, so I had to eat some of that toasty. I haven't finished it all, but I'll eat some of it again later.
17.
Back with the game, and Selby's now leading this frame. The 22nd frame. He's got a few reds scattered around, and he's just put another red there on the
18.
bottom corner. Bottom right corner of that was. Deepak Sharma says, your face resembles similar
25.
to Steve Smith. When you say Steve Smith, Deepak, do you mean is that the cricket player for
26.
Australia, the Australia captain? If so, I might take that as a compliment. And Deepak Sharma also says that the final result will be Mark Selby winning 18-14 against Shaun Murphy. I'd put a bet on that if I was you. You might get that right. Mike Barrett says. Mike Barrett said that Peter Ebden is not as good as Mark Selby's style when he won back in the day. I'm right to think that Peter Ebden only won. He did win a world championship, but it was only the once, wasn't it? From what I can remember.
34.
Reza Bador. Hello, Reza. Hope you're well. Says Jamie, too much of white bread is no healthy. So good, though.
41.
Oh, I'll take that. Deepak saying, yes, Steve Smith, Australia player. I'll take it.
Sure.
I didn't think anyone would look at it like that, but maybe I should be his impersonator. You know, like, good day, mate. Great win today. Oh, great win. Great win. I can't do Australian accents. I can't do any accents, to be honest. Not without hurting someone. Shahid Shah asking Ronnie to win more major titles next season. I would never, ever doubt the guy. Whether it's next season, the following season, or maybe in 5 years' time. I think we'll still see some more major wins for Ronnie. He's naturally talented in my eyes with Ronnie O'Sullivan. He doesn't even need to practice. Let's not forget what happened in 2013. He won the World Championship that year, 12 months after he'd won it the year before at the Crucible. But guess what he did? He hadn't played in any tournament in between those two World Championships, which all the other players had done. And because of that, you would have thought Ronnie wouldn't have had an advantage. But it seemed as though, because he hadn't been playing any snooker, maybe he was not tired at all and decided to just go and play the World Championship and see what he could do. And he went on to win. It's just incredible. You can never put it past Ronnie. Ronnie will always have bad patches, but he'll also always have those good patches as well.
$54.
But yeah, I do think Ronnie can win more. Rezo says Ronnie can't win anymore. We'll see. This is true of what Arsenal Manica said about Mark Selby. Every time he missed a ball, the white goes safe. It's crazy. Adil Usman is having dinner from India. Mr. Hamid Mazar 99, kindly tell me the results. Latest, I am from Pakistan. Here is no update. If anyone knows kindly tell me the correct score. So it's currently Mark Selby 12 frames to 9 ahead of Shaun Murphy. Oh, thanks, Deepak Sharma, saying, listening to you, I feel like listening any officially game commentary. You doing superlative. Thanks, Deepak. Appreciate that. Yeah, Arsenal Manic saying, look at him, Selby, wasting 2 minutes for the safety. And he's just actually slapped the back of his head. Because he's a bit annoyed with himself, I think. His shot time has just gone over 2 minutes.
Mark Selby, 54.
So after a break of 54, Selby will have to go and sit down. He couldn't go on to win this frame so comfortably. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, Arsenal Manic saying 2 minutes on and then he plays an awful roll. So what can Murphy do here? There's 5 reds left on the table before the colours. If you haven't already, folks, do subscribe to the channel. We're currently 40 subscribers away from getting to the 2,000 mark. So do help us get there by subscribing to the channel. If you love your snooker, this is the place to be for your live watch-alongs and snooker content. We also do other sports as well, hence why the channel is called Let's Talk Sport. We like to cover as much sport as we can. So if this is what you enjoy, subscribe to the channel for more of our content and future watch-alongs. In case you're wondering what our future streams will be, we're doing the watch-along tomorrow night in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals, the deciding leg between Manchester City and PSG, followed by the Wednesday night game of Chelsea versus Real Madrid. So do join us for them. Both of them are 8 PM kickoffs in terms of the British Standard Time. So Murphy on 14, Selby on 54. 40 ahead. Let us know where you're watching the snooker from today, folks. Where you're watching it from. Is it India, Pakistan, Nepal, Italy, USA? Let us know. Let us know what the weather's like where you are, because in the UK, for me, it's been non-stop raining all day and it's just windy, and there's a tree right in front of my bedroom window which has just been moving all over the place today. And I'm glad that it's been raining all day today, because if it being a day off for us here in the UK, it's a bank holiday Monday, it's actually quite nice knowing that I'm here inside watching the snooker, knowing that I'm not missing anything outside. Some of you talking about getting your highest break of snooker. Let us know what your highest break is as well on the chat page, and I'll read some out. Mine is probably 10. I haven't played enough snooker to even say I have a chance at all. I'd love to play more of it, I reckon, once all the restrictions of COVID are gone. Luis Gonzalez has got in touch. Hello, Luis. Saying great weather in Kuala Lumpur, which is in Malaysia, in case you folks didn't know. How warm is it in Malaysia today, Luis? Emerson asking, is it match 31? Yep, this is match 31, the last match of the 2021 Betfred World Snooker Championship. And Shaun Murphy going with a long red. Oh, he's missed it. Ah, come on. Let's see some flow in this game. And because of that missed red from Murphy, Selby has got that red in the middle pocket with 4 reds left on the table. And maybe he could just go on and steal this frame now to go 4 ahead, which you'd start to think this is when Murphy will have to start taking some frames. Otherwise, this is going to go one way. And let's not forget, after this frame, we've got 3 more frames to go. So, what if Selby did win the remaining frames of this afternoon? He'd only need 2 more come the evening session. Greg Livingstone saying, Jamie, you should get tips off Murphy to be better at snooker as he is your twin brother. Well, this is the thing. I'm his long lost twin brother. He'll keep saying that I'm not his brother, but he is. In case people are wondering,
14.
Greg, I think it was Greg who said earlier that I look like Shaun Murphy, or it might have been Mike Barrett, I can't remember.
15.
Early on in this watch along. Nevid Ekbal, saying hi. I am from Pakistan. My wishes are with Shaun Murphy.
22.
26 Celsius at 10:30 p.m. according to Lewis in Malaysia.
23.
Wackis Maxwad Janjua saying, come on Selby, with a love heart emoji saying, snatch the frame. Shahid Shah saying, I'm watching snooker at home. I am from Glasgow, mate. Yeah, Selby's pretty much clearing up the table and should make this 13-9, as Mike Barrett has said 29. On the chat page, 13-9 incoming. But yep, he's snatched this one. He's just going to clear up now with the colours.
$36.
And we're now at 1973 subscribers. Do subscribe, folks. Let's get to 2,000 before the end of this stream and this session.
41.
And it looks as though Selby, for the second time this afternoon at least, will get to a century. He's got a brown. And now just the blue, pink and black
45.
left. No problem with the blue.
50.
Now on 104. Oh, he's missed the pink. Oh,
Mark Selby 50.
simple straight shot, but he missed it. But he won't care too much because now the gap has got bigger in this final. It's now Mark Selby 13, Shaun Murphy 9. And Shaun Murphy, you feel as though he needs to win the next frame to have any hope, otherwise he's going to start going one way, and it feels like it is Mark Selby's to lose now. So here we go then. Shaun Murphy to break for the 23rd frame. 3 frames to go.
Shaun Murphy to break.
I think there was one of you was asking the live chat page. Yuk Lung saying, guys, I'll ask you which Crucible final is the greatest in history. And Graham Mark has responded to him and says, greatest final, obviously people will say Davis Taylor, but I think Hendry versus White, when Jimmy should have won. Surely Jimmy White is the greatest player to never win it. I mean, was it 5 finals he was at, or 6 finals in a row? So not in a row, sorry, that he's been at and not won it. It's quite incredible that Jimmy White never won the World Championship with that record. Selby's made an error there, it seems. He only got the 1 point from that break, so he missed the green, that was it. He was going for the green in behind it for the middle pocket. Yeah, Mike Barrett saying Selby just mopping up the frames now. Graham Mark says that Jimmy White got to 6 finals.
6.
Oh, and Yuk Lung saying that Jimmy White was in 3 world finals in a row, losing all of them to Stephen Hendry. And he says, sad. Can't believe he lost 6 finals. And not won any. That's like the equivalent of Andy Murray with the Australian Open. He was in 5 finals. He didn't win any of them, losing most of them to Novak Djokovic. It's mad, isn't it? The amount of opportunities they get to win it, and they couldn't get a single one. It must hurt them deep down, and I bet it always haunts them even when they go on to retire. They'll certainly think about it now and again, I'm sure. I think you do look at Jimmy White as someone, as a guy who just gets on with it. He's quite a chilled out pundit player, isn't he, Jimmy White? He's still on the tour, you know. He's always in the qualifiers for the Worlds, but it's been I can't remember the last time he made it into the actual finals of the World Championships, but it's nice to see him still there trying to get back in. While Stephen Hendry has come out of retirement, hasn't he? He's playing when he can. Murphy gets the red. He knows he needs this frame. He's got to get himself into the double figures now. Murphy's got the blue.
$80. 19.
Shoaib Ahmed Khan saying his highest break is 38.
25.
And Mike Barrett has just given me a brief of Jimmy White's history in the finals of the World Snooker Championship, saying he lost 4 finals to Stephen Hendry,
26.
1 to Steve Davis, and 1 to John Parrott. And John Parrott only won the once, but he did it. And Graham Marks says Jimmy White won everything in snooker, but the Crucible, he was jinxed. Certainly was. 6 finals. But he did win the World Senior Tournament. Not last year, the year before, I think it was, which was at the Crucible. So at least he won some sort of world title, but just not the one we see as the biggest prize in the sport, in billiard sport anyway.
34.
I quite like Arsenal Manic's tactic here, which is I'd be tempted if I was Shaun Murphy here to just take 2 minutes on every shot in this frame. Yeah. You know, as I said early on in this watch along, whatever it takes.
41. 42.
You know, see if Selby reacts to it. Murphy's got the black. And again, he's got it now. It's in his hands, this frame. He's got to actually
49.
end here with those balls being cleared up. He needs this confidence going,
50.
Murphy. Because if he plays like this, then this is when Selby can't do anything but sit down and just hope that there's a mistake.
.57.
So he's 56 ahead with 75 points remaining. Still a bit to do.
58.
He's just popped the red in the bottom left corner. And now 5 reds left. He's got to go for this black. Be interesting how he does here, because it's not the easiest of situations once he pots that black. Now 64 ahead with 67 remaining.
65.
Big frame this. He's got it. Got the red.
66.
But the big job isn't done yet. He needs to really clear up the table, because Selby will do anything to revisit the table and play some snooker. So now 72 ahead, 59 remaining. And I think for us neutral fans, I mean, I don't mind who wins this championship, but
74.
I think for us neutrals, we want to see a 2-horse race, not a 1-horse race, going into this evening's session. Now on to the red after potting the black again.
81.
A break of 81. Can you get a century break in this one?
82. .85.
Nice straight shot for the red.
86.
Goes for the black. And he's got it. And should hopefully should have a chance here for this final red.
93.
Now on a break of 93 for Shaun Murphy. This is the snooker we've been hoping to see from Murphy today. Oh, he's got it. Nicely done.
94.
I think his only option here is to go for maybe the pink into the left middle pocket. Now, of course, he's sealed the frame now. He'll get to 10, and then we'll just be 3 frames behind Selby. We've seen comebacks in the past in a final, and
100.
I do feel if he can win, well, he's won this one. If he can win the next frame, he's back to 2 frames behind, and he's smiling again, Murphy. You know, he's missed the yellow, but it doesn't matter. He's won the frame, and the gap now goes back down to 3 frames between Mark Selby and Shaun Murphy. So Selby 13, Murphy 10. And I believe there's 2 frames left to go in this session. What did you think of that frame, folks? Let us know in the chat page. Much better from Murphy there. And that's a snooker we like to see, some flow snooker. Non-stop potting. Still a big task though for Murphy.
Thank you. The 24th frame. Mark Selby to break.
So Mark Selby to break, as you heard the referee in the background. All the way from the Crucible. And this is the penultimate frame of the session, I believe. Arsenal Manic says only 3 frames now. Still in it for Murphy. Grey Mark says 2 more and Murphy is back in it. He could just do with doing it again, can't he? In this frame. Get it down to 2. Oh, lovely shot from Shaun Murphy. This is the snooker we've been wanting to see. Down the right pocket. Long strike behind the 3 colours at the back of the table. Lovely jubbly. Mike Barrett saying good frame from Murphy. Shahishnu Chadha saying still a lot of work. He needs to cover 3 frame gap soon. And Arsenal Manic. Oh, I don't think Murphy's done a good shot. I've missed the shot. What happened there? He's on a break of 5, but I think he's...
Touching ball.
It's a touching ball. But Arsenal Manic saying 90% of the crowd want Murphy to win. So yeah, when he went into the reds, it's touching ball, so he'll have to play safe. Again, just that moment or two that stops the flow. It really does hurt a player like Murphy, it feels.
Shaun Murphy 5.
Arsenal Manic saying, if I was Murphy, I'd stop at 99 and say I need to go to the toilet. Excuse me. Greg Livingstone asking me, Jamie, has the cat made appearances yet? Not yet. I haven't seen her for a while. Not for a few hours, the Let's Talk Sport cat. If you're wondering what her name is, her name's Audrey. And you would normally see her at the bottom of my bed just sleeping while I'm streaming on my office desk here. She certainly enjoys being in the background, the Let's Talk Sport cat. Completely agree with Mike Barrett here. He says Murphy's long potting is amazing. Oh, it's been so reliable in this final, hasn't it? You know, you see some players do long putts throughout a match, and half of them are missed, half of them are in. And this one, it's like it's 80% long pot success, at least for Shaun Murphy in this final.
Six.
We're just over 10 subscribers away, folks, from reaching 2,000. If you haven't yet, do subscribe. Murphy here, picking up where he left off, it seems, from the previous frame. This is in a bid to go 2 frames behind, with one last frame to go till the evening session. Has he left anything? Maybe.
12.
Shoaib Ahmed Khan saying, what's the score in terms of points? So Murphy's on 17, and he's currently on the table, while Selby's back in his seat on 0 in this frame. Nice shot on the red. Oh, he's done it again, Murphy. His setup's been terrible, isn't it, today, though, let's be honest. Not when he's needed it. And I think the only option he's got here is to put it behind the yellow, brown and green on the opposite side of the table.
Bramble. Shaun Murphy 13.
Well, Murphy's hit the brown and gone to the top cushion. It's a good safety shot because it's behind the yellow, while all the red's on the other side of the table. So yeah, Murphy messed up again there. He's done that a few times in this final, sadly. And it's normally helped Selby out by winning a frame or two. Patrick McDonough saying, can it start? What can start? Brahim Shade saying, love watching that man doing pure laps round and around the table.
Foul.
Deepak Sharma saying, oh, it's a foul and a miss there from Selby when he had that shot behind the yellow. Well, Murphy will no doubt let him do it again, I'm sure, because it's behind the browns. I'm sure he'll make him retake the shot. What's he going to do here? Sorry, Deepak, I was meaning to read your message. You said, brother, it's an advice as a brother. You should stand up every 30 minutes for 5 minutes. It would be nice for your health. You had sandwiches. You should stand up, take care for your health as well, bro. Appreciate that, Deepak. Shahishnu Chadha saying, is Joe still in the lead today? Which Joe do you mean by that? And Arsenal Manic says, unforced errors by Murphy. I think he's too eager to close the deficit and not totally focused on every shot. Yeah, probably said it right there. Murphy on 22 though at the moment. He is leading this 24th frame. And Selby has got the red after the ball was behind the brown. Has he left him with anything? Because it's getting to that part of the final where it's getting late, where not many frames are remaining. And Murphy, I feel as though, needs to take them when these chances come now. Otherwise, Selby will just get himself a step closer to his 4th World Championship. Murphy's got the red. Nicely done. Sets himself up nicely for the blue. Hitting the red down the right corner of the pocket. Pink Panther has joined us on the live chat page. Hello, Pink Panther. What stuff are you up to today? Are you trying to get away from Detective Clouseau? Asking what's the score. The score is currently Selby 13, Murphy 10. But Murphy is hoping to reduce it to a 2-frame lead for Selby to make it 13-11 as he's on 29 at the moment. Selby's got 0. People asking for the score again. Henry John asking it's 13-10 to Selby, but the score is in the description below. And Shaun Murphy's just got another red
13.
as the white ball goes on to the top half of the table. And it looks as though he'll go for the green, maybe. Both players have potted the balls 100 times each in this third session this afternoon. And this is the penultimate frame of the afternoon session. Murphy gets the green in. Oh, where's the cue? Oh, I thought for a moment the cue ball was rolling backwards into the middle pocket, but nice shot there with the backspin on the red.
16.
But his following shot, if he gets this red in, will be interesting. Maybe there was too much backspin. Gets the red down the bottom right
70.
corner pocket. I'd imagine he'll go for the blue. Yeah. Has the red. He doesn't seem happy with the double kiss.
22.
So he's on 44, Murphy. He's having to think about this shot. Murphy having to stretch himself out going for this red, which he gets. And he's been able to get it away from all the reds. Oh, the kiss on the pink. Should be okay to get it still. That's if he wants to go for the pink. I think that's his best option here. Mike Barrett saying he's making it hard work, Murphy. He certainly is. And Duze Bra saying go, 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 Murphy. So here's Murphy now. He's on the top half of the table with a rest here to put the pink in, which he does so nicely. And now he's on to 51 while Selby's still at 0. 51 ahead, 75 29 points remaining on the table. Still a bit to do for Murphy if he's going to reduce the gap to 2 frames between him and Selby. Now the red. Potted, which means he's now
30.
Oh, with 5 reds left, and he's not happy with his placement shot there. Put the red in, and unfortunately for him, he didn't get the contact with the bottom cushion to get himself back with the black, it seems. Mike Barrett says he's messed up again. Damn, yeah, how many times have we said that today? Selby may have to expect a safety shot here for Murphy, which Murphy does so. Oh, he's got it. Oh, nearly got it behind the brown. He hasn't snookered Selby, but for Murphy again, he's done it where he's leading by quite a margin in a frame, but doesn't have that clinical finish or that placement shot you'd think. Selby's come to the table as he's got the chalk on his cue. He's nodding away. He seems a bit unsure here as he's itching the back of his head. Ramji says Selby goes into the final session with a 3-frame lead. It will be an uphill task for Murphy. Absolutely. But it could be, what if Murphy wins this frame and then wins the next frame before going into the evening session? The gap will only be a point. Oh, Murphy got the red. I missed that. His long potting has just been superb to watch today. So good. He really is the magician. And Arsenal Manic says, what a shot, Murphy. And Kostas Demiris. Hello, Kostas. Where are you watching from today? Saying, I hope Murphy wins this one. Murphy's just got the yellow. And now he'll bring the cue ball down to the bottom table with 4 reds to go. He's got 2 reds joint together where the black normally is. 55 ahead, 59 remaining. He's got the red. Ooh, which colour is he going for here? Looks as though he's going for the green. Murphy, top corner pocket with the green. And now, in terms of the points, Selby, if he did somehow come back to the table, he'd require a couple of snookers. Nice red pot there by Murphy. This is scintillating to watch now. Can he get the pink? Yes, he can. And lines up with the red on the bottom cushion.
14.
Murphy, no problem with that. Sets himself up nicely with the black, and this is pretty much done and dusted, this frame. So at least Murphy can at least go into the final frame this afternoon with a chance of making it a 1-frame lead for Selby going into tonight's session, just to make the final still very interesting.
23.
He's turned up at the right time, it feels, for Murphy. And that's the last colour he'll get before he starts to clear up all the colours. And that was a pink.
29.
Now the yellow. Into the top left pocket.
31.
Next the green.
34.
Graham Mark did say earlier that it's going to be a late night thriller. He's just reminded me again, saying, I told you it's going to be a late night thriller. We'll see.
38.
We'll see. I think if Selby wins the next frame, then he only needs 4 more, doesn't he?
43.
This is great snooker. I'm sorry, but this is the snooker I want to watch every frame. Murphy, he's probably missed the pink. No. Side to side on the pocket, but why? And Shaun Murphy shows that fist pump. And he knew that was a big frame, and he's done it. Nicely done there, and that means the gap is down to 2 frames. Mark Selby 13, Shaun Murphy 11. And I think we've got one frame left to go before this session finishes. And if that is to be the case, Murphy would love to get one more frame just to give him that boost that he can stop the three-time world champion. So, who do you think, folks, who's going to win the next frame, frame 25? Let us know. And we're just 5 subscribers away, folks, from reaching that 2,000 mark. Let's get there before the end of this frame, shall we? Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. Really appreciate your support, folks. It's really, really appreciated. So they're back in their seats, and I think it's Murphy to break for this one. You can hear the roar from the Crucible crowd as Shaun Murphy comes back to his seat. And even Yuk Leong has put on our live chat page applauds
Final
emojis.
frame of the session, Shaun Murphy to break.
So Murphy to break, final frame. Who are you going for, folks? And Murphy has got it, the cue ball behind the yellow there to the left of it. I'd say about 6-7 reds have broken out from the triangle. And Selby looks as though he's going to eye himself for a long red shot here on the left. Oh, he's got it. Nicely done. Nicely done. Selby kind of reacting to Murphy's long pots. Maybe he's going to try and play Murphy's game here. But he's got it right next to the yellow, which I think he'll go for the brown. Or will he play safety? No, I think he'll go for it. The angle's there for him for the brown. Yep, no problem. And Mark Selby, this would be a dream for him, I think, to win this frame without Murphy coming back to the table. Now on 6, Selby, as he lines himself up for the black for the left corner pocket. Pink Panther says, great commentary with a thumbs up. Cheers, Pink Panther. Thank you very much for watching. Zaman Ashik says, come on, Shaun. Ramji saying, if it becomes 13-all going into last session, then we have a game. This is the last frame of the session, so the best Murphy can do is to make it 13-12. But Selby here is so far in control. He's on 14. The only time Murphy was at the table was to make the break. Graham Mark asking, does anyone know what the lowest total clearance is at the Crucible? Good question, I'm not sure. Does anybody else know? Let us know in the chat page. Shahid Shah saying to me, great match, Selby and Shaun. Who do you think will win, Jamie? I think Selby is still the favourite. But Murphy has been making sure he's staying in the contest at least until tonight, I'd say, regardless of whoever wins this frame.
22.
Nick Kemp saying, man, I just tuned in, but the crowd is way more behind Murphy. Yeah, it's not always hard to realise that, to be honest, when it comes to Selby, sadly. Selby's not always going to be the crowd favourite, and some of you probably heard me the other day,
26.
which is, my theory is that Mark Selby is the Novak Djokovic for snooker, where, yes, he's a success, yes, he's a multiple world champion and all that, and has been world number one in his sport, but sadly he's just not the fans' favourite. But at the end of the day, he's still a very successful player with or without the fans. You're going to have villains in some sports, and I think that's how some of the fans capture Mark Selby. Meanwhile, he's got the blue, now on 32. Still 10 reds to clear though.
32.
But this could be a quick frame, the way Selby's potting all of a sudden. Look, Yuck the Ring responded to what I said about Djokovic and Selby. He's asking, who is Federer in snooker? Ronnie O'Sullivan. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Farrokh Ahmed saying, buck up, Selby. No one is near to you. Well, Selby's currently on 40. He's having to get the rest out from under the table. Should get this red. It's just making sure the cue ball's perfect for the black. Hits two cushions, the one on the right, the one on the bottom. And it should be lined up with the black. Mark Selby does get that black in. Should get the red next to the pink in the middle here.
48.
As he probably saying it spot on here about this final so far, especially this afternoon and last night maybe, which is every time Murphy gets close, Selby slams the door. That is a good way to describe this match so far, especially this afternoon. Another red in the pocket, this time on the bottom corner.
49.
Nicely done there from Selby. Got himself on the black. And put that in, no problem. Now
56,
83 remaining while he's 56 ahead of Murphy. Remember, folks, do join us tonight for the final session between the two to find out who will be lifting that World Snooker Championship trophy. We'll be starting that stream at 7 p.m. British time, that is. So do join
57.
myself and Seb True.
$62.
Sharib Ahmed Khan saying, wow, I have never followed snooker like
Mark
this before.
Selby,
I am loving
62.
it. Oh, he's missed the red, Murphy, on his chance to come back against Selby. Selby still 62 ahead. In this final frame of the afternoon. Yeah, went for the long red shot on the left pocket. Left corner pocket, that was, in the bottom left. And there seems to be a line of shot here for Selby with one of the reds together. And the top, the one furthest to the top, he should be able to pot into the left middle pocket. You do feel as though this is another big frame. So I'll be taking his time here. His shot time is now reaching 1 minute and 10 seconds. Pro Status says, come on, Murphy. Murphy needs to win, he says. Marko Markovic coming up with a big statement here, saying Murphy is better than Ronnie O'Sullivan. Every opinion matters, but I have to disagree with you. He's only got 1 World Championship to show for it, while Ronnie's got 6. Marko Molkovic saying, I'm kidding. Good thing you put that out now, Marco, before you left it later, because I think there would have been a few people jumping on you there, wondering what on earth you're going on about. Murphy playing safety by hitting the red near the top left corner, and has put the cue ball behind the colours, so it's... I think he's left Selby a chance here to pot a long red on the right hand side, which would be a diagonal shot. Ian Khan's got in touch. Hello, Ian. Hope you're well. Good shot, Selby. And it should roll comfortably towards the blue if he wants to go for that. Ian Khan saying, I booked a good table for me and the wife tonight. Hope she knows how to play snooker. It's not exactly an easy thing to pick up, Ian. Make sure you don't thrash her. Make sure you give her a chance on that table.
6.
Let her at least pot one ball.
7.
And this looks to be going towards Selby, so if he wins this frame now, he'll go 3 frames ahead going into the conclusion of tonight. He's got the pink top right pocket.
$13.
Three reds left. Now Selby on the black.
$21. 22. 28. 29. 36.
One last red to go. Pots it,
37.
creeping it into the middle right pocket, now onto the blue before he'll try and clear up all the colours.
Should leave that off.
42.
Some banter going on in the crucible, not sure what about. I think it was Murphy having a laugh with Selby even though he's sitting down.
47.
But it's good to see Murphy and Selby smiling despite the fact that Murphy is 3 frames behind going into tonight.
51.
Of course, it's the first to 18. That will lift the
56.
trophy. Graham Mark says it ain't over until Murphy sings. I've never heard Murphy sing, Graham.
62. 69
And he's got the black and cleans up the table. Smiles all round between Selby and Murphy, despite the fact that Selby is just 4 frames away to reaching his 4th ever World Championship. But that was a good afternoon of snooker, I think. We saw a few quick frames. Oh, hang on. Something's just moved up there. Sorry about that. We saw a few quick frames, didn't we, this afternoon? But yet again, Selby, I feel as though has won this afternoon in terms of that session as well. He did well last night as well. Murphy won the first frame 5-3, but since then Murphy has given in a bit towards Selby's long games. But Selby, in a way, in that last frame just then has responded to the frame that Murphy won before, which was just by showing to him, look, I can play a quick flow game of snooker as well if I need to and get some of the long putts in. So, good response there from Selby, and this is why he is one of the best players on the circuit. So I haven't updated the scoreboard for you, but I will do just now. So Selby now leading 14 frames to 11 against Shaun Murphy, and of course the remaining 9 frames will take place this evening. Will it be needed, the 9 frames, for Selby to go and win his 4th ever World Snooker Championship, or can Murphy stop him and get his 2nd ever World Championship 16 years after he won his 1st? Who knows? Anyway, I think really will be, in case you're wondering, and you're probably asking me, Jamie, is there going to be another snooker watch along tonight for the final? Yes, there will be. That will be on at 7 p.m. So do join me at 7 o'clock in just over 2.5 hour time. So do join me for that. I'll be with Seb True, who did it with me. Sorry, did it with Stuart last night for the second session. So do join us for that if you enjoyed this watch along. And if you haven't yet, folks, click that subscribe button below the video and do give our channel a follow. We have just recently reached 2,000 subscribers while we're doing this live stream. So thank you to all that have subscribed, and we are now at 2,006 subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing to the channel, and of course do be sure to like the video as well before we finish today. And also, in case you're wondering, we do have a PayPal donation link in the description of this video, and if you have enjoyed the stream today, we'll take any little donation of £5, £2, 10p, whatever little donation you've got. Do feel free to donate via our PayPal account at Let's Talk Sport to keep our channel running, and we really do appreciate any support you can give to us, as well as subscribing to the channel. So thanks everyone, see you later, stay safe, and we'll see you in about 2 hours time for the final session of the 2021 Betfred World Snooker Championship. Thank you and see you soon.